We ask you to please remain on mute throughout the bid opening. The results will be posted on the bonfire procurement portal and emailed to all plan holders at the conclusion of this bid opening. This time, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen in bonfire. Okay, it'll take a few moments, but you'll see in real time as I open the documents. You will see a timestamp for the bid opening as we unseal everything. Okay, so now over to the submissions. Just a moment for that to come up. One moment while we wait for the submission screen to come up. All right, looks like it's taking a minute, so we'll give it a minute while it spins. Okay, so as you can see here, we received 5 bids. The first is Amherst Nurseries, which was received on March 9th, 2024 at 4:03 p.m. We received Chase Landscape Incorporated, which was received March 20th, 2024 at 8:44 a.m. We received Northeastern Tree Service, March 20th, 2024 at 10:17 a.m. Pride's Corner Farms, March 18th, 2024 at 3:15 p.m. And Wagon Wheel Nursery and Farm Stand, we received March 19th, 2024 at 1:53 p.m. So we'll go ahead and start at the top, Amherst Nurseries. We'll open up the form of general bid. Okay, so we have Amherst Nurseries, year 1, planting season 1 and 2. We have a price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade trees at $185. Unit price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade trees, $275. And unit price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $165. Then we have year 2, planting seasons 3 and 4. We have a price per tree, 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, $185. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, $275. And a price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $165. Then we have year 3, planting season 5. Price per tree, 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, $189. Price per tree, 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, $285. And price per tree, 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $169. Then we have a total of year 1, year 2, year 3. Total bid in words and numbers, we have $1,893. Okay. I'm gonna go back. And we'll go to the combined certificate. This takes one moment. Okay, and that is signed and included. And now we'll go down to our next bid. Okay, our next bid is Chase Landscape. I'm gonna go to the form of general bid. Okay, so for Chase Landscape for year 1, price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, we have $177.45. For price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, we have $197.81. And for a price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, we have $182. For year 2, price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, we have $184.28. For price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, we have $205.63. And for a price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, we have $189.20. Okay, then we go down to year 3, planting season 5. We have a price per tree of 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree for $191.43. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, $213.44. And a price per tree for the 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $197.60. For a bid total of $1,738.84. Acknowledged addendum 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay, over to the combined certificate form. Okay, and the combined certificate is signed and included. And our next bid is from Northeastern Tree Service. We'll go to the form of general bid. Okay, for year 1, price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, $190. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, $240. Price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $190. Year 2, planting season 3 and 4, price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, $190. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, $240. Price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $190. And year 3, planting season 5, price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade tree, $190. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade tree, $240. Price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer tree, $190. Total bid in words and numbers, $1,860. 1860. And an acknowledged addendum 1. Okay, going to the combined certificate. Okay, and that is signed and included. And our next bid is Pride's Corner Farms. Go to the form of general bid. Okay, and we have a price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade trees, $126.50. We have a price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade trees of $300. We have a price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer trees, $126.50. Year 2, we have a price per tree of 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade trees, $133. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade trees, $330. And a price per tree for 4 foot to 5 foot height conifer trees, $133. And then for year 3, we have a price per tree for 1 inch to 1.5 inch caliper shade trees, $145. Price per tree for 2 inch to 2.5 inch caliper shade trees, $375. And a price per tree for 4-foot to 5-foot height conifer trees, $145. And then for a total bid in words, we have $317,500. Addenda 1 is acknowledged. And then we go to the combined certificate form. And that is signed and included. Okay, and then we have our next bid from Wagon Wheel Nursery. Go ahead and open up the bid form. Okay, so we have Wagon Wheel Nursery. We have a price per tree for 1-inch to 1.5-inch caliper shade tree, $120. We have a price per tree for 2-inch to 2.5-inch caliper shade tree, $240. We have a price per tree for 4-foot to 5-foot height conifer tree, $85. For year 2, we have a price per tree for 1-inch to 1.5-inch caliper shade tree, $120. Price per tree for 2-inch to 2.5-inch caliper shade tree, $240. A price per tree for 4-foot to 5-foot height conifer tree, $85. And for year 3, we have a price per tree of 1-inch to 1.5-inch caliper shade tree, $90. Price per tree for 2-inch to 2.5-inch caliper shade tree, $198. And price per tree for 4-foot to 5-foot height conifer tree, $80. We have a total bid of $1,258. And addendum 1 is acknowledged. And the certificate of compliance. And that is signed and included. Okay, so the dollar amounts we have, everything is under review. All bids are under review. But the dollar amounts I have is Amherst Nursery at $1,893. Chase Landscape at $1,738.84. Northeastern Tree Service at $1,860. Pride's Corner Farm at $317,500. And Wagon Wheel Nursery and Farm Stand at $1,258. As I said, all bids are under review. We are available by email or phone if you have any questions. And this concludes our bid opening, and thank you so much for joining us. At this time, we will move on to our second bid, which is the FY24 Main Street Trip Hazards. And we will begin. Get over to that project. Okay, for this bid opening, we have one submission, and it is Lawrence Lynch Corporation. received March 20th at 11:07 a.m. And it will take a few minutes as I go in to unseal all of the bid documents. Okay, so Lawrence Lynch Corporation, we're gonna go ahead and open up the form of general bid. And Lawrence Lynch is on the currently pre-qualified contractors list from Mass DOT. Okay, so we have Lawrence Lynch Corporation with a bid of $159,101.25, 159,101.25. There is no addendum. And that is signed. Combined certificate form. And that is signed and included. Okay, and there's the bid bond. And that is included. Bring up the bid table. I can review that offline. And looking up the MWBE certification form. And that is signed and included. Okay, for this bid, we have an apparent low bidder of Lawrence Lynch Corporation, our only bidder. We have a bid dollar amount of $159,101.25. This bid and all bids are under review. We are available by email or phone should you have any questions. And this concludes our bid opening. Thank you so much for joining us.